Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who do rule well and teach this truth in all honesty and sincerity. Salutation to you, brothers around the four corners of the earth that push this truth with all honesty and sincerity and great diligence to wake up the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. Shalom to you, Aqua, that listen and learn in silence, playing your creation role. Passover is coming up tomorrow evening, Friday evening, and I just figured I'd do a lesson and edify on the importance of this solemn assembly, this holy day for the nation of Israel. I'm gonna start in the book of Exodus, the 11th chapter, and begin at verse 4. Now, during this time period, our people were held captive in Egypt, under the Egyptians. The Israelites were in Salakia. At this time, the Israelites were in captivity under the Egyptians, and Moses is performing these miracles, and the Lord is sending plagues on the Egyptians. So the Lord is telling Moses that he's going to send, the spirit of the death angel to wipe out the firstborns of man and beast of the Egyptians. Leading up to our exodus out of that place. So this is Exodus chapter 11, and I'll start at verse 4. And Moses said, "Thus said the Lord, about midnight will I go out into the midst of Egypt, and all the firstborn in the land of Egypt shall die, from the firstborn of Pharaoh that sitteth upon his throne, even unto the firstborn of the maidservant that is behind the mill, and all the firstborn of beasts. And there shall be a great cry throughout all the land of Egypt, such as there was none like it, nor shall be like it any more. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know how the Lord doth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel." And to touch on it, not all dark-skinned people are of the same race or nationality, or they're not the same people. The Egyptians were Hamitic people, and the Israelites were another dark-skinned race that were Shemitic people. Verse 8, "And all these thy servants shall come down unto me and bow down themselves unto me, saying, Get thee out, and all the people that follow thee, and after that I will go out." And he went out from Pharaoh in a great anger. And the Lord said unto Moses, "Pharaoh shall not hearken unto you, that my wonders may be multiplied in the land of Egypt." And Moses and Aaron did all these wonders before Pharaoh, and the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart, so that he would not let the children of Israel go out of his land. So the Lord was hardening Pharaoh's heart to show his power, man. To show his power. To make his name magnified in the land. Jump into chapter 12. In verse 1, "And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you. So the actual springtime lets you know that it's the beginning of the year. Everything blossoms. The animals, uh, you know, multiply. New life is being brought forth. The flowers bloom. You know, the trees get their leaves. You know, so it's the beginning of the year, and the Lord said it's the beginning of the months for us. So you know, we don't operate really off of the January 1st is the new year in that spirit. Speak ye unto all the congregation of Israel, saying, in the 10th day of this month they shall take to them every man a lamb according to the house of their fathers, a lamb for an house. And if the household be too little for the lamb, let him and his neighbor next to his house take it according to the number of the souls. Every man according to his eating shall make your count for the lamb. Your lamb shall be without blemish, a male of the first year. Ye shall take it out from the sheep or from the goats, and ye shall keep it up until the 14th day of the same month, and the whole assembly of the congregation of Israel shall kill it in the evening. And they shall take the blood and strike it on the two side posts and on the upper door posts of the houses wherein they shall eat it. And they shall eat the flesh in that night, roast with fire and unleavened bread, and with bitter herbs they shall eat it. Eat not of it raw, nor sodden, that mean boiled, at all with water, but roast with fire, his head with his legs, and with the purtenance thereof. And ye shall let nothing of it remain until the morning, and that which remaineth of it until the morning ye shall burn with fire, and thus shall ye eat it, with your loins girded, your shoes on your feet, and your staff in your hand, and ye shall eat it in haste. It is the Lord's Passover. For I will pass through the land of Egypt this night, and will smite all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both man and beast, and against all the gods of Egypt I will execute judgment. I am the Lord. And the blood shall be to you for a token upon the houses where you are. And when I see the blood, I will pass over you, and the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you when I smite the land of Egypt. And this day shall be unto you for a memorial, and you shall keep it a feast to the Lord throughout your generations. You shall keep it a feast by an ordinance forever. So this is why we would keep the Passover as a memorial that the Lord passed over us when he killed all the firstborns in Egypt. 7 days shall ye eat unleavened bread, even the first day ye shall put away leaven out of your houses. And you know, this is something that we should still be doing because it's part of our heritage, it's a part of our history, it's holy, it's a holy convocation that the Lord had given unto us for a memorial. You know, and we see that a lot of, you know, death happens around, you know, the Passover, man. And understanding this, we understand why. We see why, man. A lot of people don't take heed. A lot of our people especially don't take heed to the solemn assemblies that the Lord had given to us, man, as a people. And you know, so the you will put the unleavened bread out of your houses, you know, and you know, to play it safe. A lot of people, brothers, eat Mexican or so-called Mexican, you know, the dishes that Issachar would prepare on a normal day, you know, nachos, tacos, just with corn tortillas and things of that nature, man. Because man, it's a solemn feast, man. It's how we remember the Lord, man. Spurring us. For whosoever eateth leavened bread from the first day until the seventh day, that soul shall be cut off from Israel. And in the first day there shall be an holy convocation, and in the seventh day there shall be an holy convocation to you. No manner of work shall be done in them, save that which every man must eat, that only may be done of you. And ye shall observe the feast of unleavened bread, for in this self same day have I brought your armies out of the land of Egypt. Therefore shall ye observe this day in your generations by an ordinance forever. In the first day, verse 18, in the first month, Salakia, on the 14th day of the month at even, ye shall eat unleavened bread until the 120th day of the month at evening, or at even. So it'll be, the 21st day. So that'll be 7 days. Verse 19. 7 days shall there be no leaven found in your houses, for whosoever eateth that which is leavened, even that soul shall be cut off from the congregation of Israel, whether he be a stranger or born in the land. Ye shall eat nothing leavened, in all your habitations ye shall eat unleavened bread. Verse 21, then Moses called for all the elders of Israel and said unto them, draw out and take you a lamb according to your families, and kill the Passover. And ye shall take a bunch of hyssop and dip it in the blood that is on the basin, and strike the lintel and the 2 side posts with the blood that is in the basin. And none of you shall go out at this door of his house until the morning. For the Lord will pass through and smite the Egyptians, and when he seeth the blood upon the lintel and on the 2 side posts, the Lord will pass over the door, and will not suffer the destroyer to come in unto your houses to smite you. And ye shall observe this thing for an ordinance to thee and to thy sons forever. And it shall come to pass, when ye be come to the land which the Lord will give you, according as he had promised, that ye shall keep this service. And it shall come to pass, when your children shall say unto you, what mean you by this service? That ye shall say, it is the sacrifice of the Lord's Passover, who passed over the houses of the children of Israel in Egypt, when he smote the Egyptians and delivered our houses. And the people bowed the head and worshiped. So you hear people will say, oh, well, that was back in the Bible times or the biblical days, or, we don't operate like this anymore. But the Lord said this shall be a memorial to all the generations forever, man. So we should still be keeping these solemn assemblies, man, in the feast of the Lord, our holy days, and to hell with these holidays, because what's better than celebrating days that the Lord has given unto you, man, from the Heavenly Father himself. All these holidays are just try to mimic the holy days that the Lord given unto us, man, by the heathens. Verse 28. And the children of Israel went away and did as the Lord had commanded Moses and Aaron, so did they. And it came to pass that at midnight the Lord smote all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, from the firstborn of Pharaoh that sat on his throne unto the firstborn of the captive that was in the dungeon, and all the firstborn of cattle. And Pharaoh rose up in the night, he and all his servants and all the Egyptians, and there was a great cry in Egypt, for there was not a house where there was not one dead. And he called for Moses and Aaron by night and said, rise up and get you forth from amongst my people. So right there it's showing you a difference between Pharaoh's people and Moses and Aaron's people, the Egyptians and the Israelites. Both you and the children of Israel, and go, serve the Lord as ye have said. Also take your flocks and your herds as ye have said, and be gone, and bless me also. And so now Pharaoh is he want to be blessed by these people, but he had been afflicting them and not letting them go. But now he see the power of the Heavenly Father, man. Yahweh, man. It's not a game. It's not a joke. So now he want to be blessed by that power. And verse 33, and the Egyptians were urgent upon the people that they might send them out of the land in haste, for they said, we be all dead men. And the people took their dough before it was leavened, and their kneading troughs, being bound up in their clothes upon their shoulders. And the children of Israel did according to the word of Moses, as they borrowed of the Egyptians jewels, silver, and jewels of gold, jewels of silver and jewels of gold and raiment. And the Lord gave the people favor in the sight of the Egyptians, so that they lent unto them such things as they required, and they spoiled the Egyptians. So we took their stuff, man. And the children of Israel journeyed from Ramses to Succoth, about 600,000 on foot, that were men beside children. And a mixed multitude went up also with them, and flocks and herds, even very much cattle. So Pharaoh was like, man, y'all get out of here, man. You know, cause you know we all be dead men. He saw the power of the Heavenly Father, man, was not a joke. You know, and you know the story goes on that when they were on their way out, man, Pharaoh still tried to come behind them and capture them. And the Lord parted the Red Sea and allowed them to walk through, man, on dry land, and closed it back up and drowned Pharaoh and his army, man. So this is very much a very serious Memorial Day, a very serious feast day for the children of Israel. So with that, hope this has been an edifying lesson. I'm going to say Shalom, Kwam Yasharala, and Abba Babal.